left here in the first quarter.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Takes the 13-footer, and that is good. Freak's got his first 2 points of the night.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Pekovic with a screen. Wiggins outside. The dish to Muhammad. Shot clock at 6. Fades away. And too long on the shot. Pistons leading by 3. And here's Freak. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in Oakland. And the basket good. Here is Rubio. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
And that one's good. Pekovic.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
And it's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it. And you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
Jones checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. He kicks it to Freak. The 10-footer. Rubio with the rebound. From deep. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancer.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game.
Now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Garnett. Wiggins comes in for Muhammad. Zach LaVine's checked in for Kevin Martin. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Jones. And then for Detroit, Freak's checked in for Ilyasova. And it's Jackson in for Jody Meeks. On the floor for Detroit, Jennings runs the point with Jackson flanking him. Johnson is out there with Freak. And it's Drummond in at the center, filling out the middle.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors just played phenomenally. He finished with 27 points and added 7 rebounds to go with his scoring. This was the latest dominant performance from him and reminds you why he is such a nightmare for opposing coaches and why he's so much fun for us to watch, guys.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Here's LaVine, guarded by Jackson. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And, fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Here's Freak, and there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Gorgui Dieng's checked in for Minnesota. And then for Detroit, Morris comes in for Drummond. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Brandon Jennings.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. In the third spot, the Pistons.
You know, Kevin, the players in the league that worry about getting their numbers each night were often disappointed when playing this team last year. They were one of the best at opponents' points allowed per game. They set the bar pretty high for their defense this year.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Zhang with a screen on Jackson. Jackson against Rubio. Zhang the pass to Levine. Zhang a screen. Fires high post. Levine can't hit.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low, here's Pekovic. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
And he sinks the second. 19 seconds left in the first half.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Jackson dishes to Freak. Four seconds left. Shot is no good. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one.
Kevin, I'm here with Ricky Rubio. And Ricky, you guys had a tough battle on your hands tonight. What do you think?
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. And a different look here for the Pistons. Freaks checked in for Ilyasova. Morris comes in for Johnson. McCollum's checked in for Meeks. And it's Jackson in for Brandon Jennings. Zhang is out there with Muhammad. Then it's Jones. Then there's Pekovic. And it's Rubio in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And Drummond kicks to Freak. Tries again. Goes up again, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. For Detroit, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. Free throw good, Drummond. Timberwolves trail by 10. Jones the pass to Rubio. Kicks to Pekovic. That's tipped. Rubio against Jackson. Morris. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Detroit.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Just 5 on the clock. Jones, no luck. Detroit leading by 12.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
We've got 1:23 left here in the third quarter. And it's Freak missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Jones has it in the corner. Again, the miss by Jones.
That's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And he gets the bucket. Muhammad's got his first points of the night.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Jackson kicks to Freak. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. Freak's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pistons. Rubio outside. Pass to Jones to the left side wing. Here's Muhammad. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Muhammad's got 4 this quarter. Pistons leading by 10. Morris outside. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Freak. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Rubio dishes to Muhammad. Left side, Jones. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Timberwolves trail by 12, and Detroit looking at who they've got. Freak, he's in at center. Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Ilyasova out there with Johnson. And the dunk by Towns.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Wiggins drives in. Outside for Martin. Passes it to Towns. Shot from 12. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Jennings kicks to Meeks. Pass to Freak. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Ilyasova sets a screen for Freak. Shot clock at 6. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Pistons lead by 10.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Flip Saunders was saying to his club. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
Wiggins against Johnson. And it's Wiggins missing.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Now here's Freak. Unloads from 13. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Martin's got his third rebound on the night. Levine kicks to Garnett. Now here's Towns. He's guarded by Johnson. And the foul called on Freak. And that'll be his third foul so far. Drummond's checked in for Freak. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Garnett. Gorgie Dang comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Kevin Martin. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Levine. Freak's checked in for Detroit. Jackson comes in for Brandon Jennings. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
Freak with it. Now guarded by Pekovic. And stolen by Pekovic.
And it's still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Jackson kicks to Freak. For the win. He caught it!
My goodness.
zeros on the clock as he drains the game winner.